All right, about to start the first game here for Kansas City. Edina's already played one. They lost to Brookings 7-0 according to the website, if you haven't looked at it. A little bit of a seizure warning here. They do have flashing lights in this game. So, here we go. Puck down, face-off won by the Storm. Moves it into the zone, cut back to the middle. That shot, save, rebound. There, can't get it to go. Back up to the top. Half boards that pass, cut off by Edina. She'll skate it out. Turned over, Kansas City back in. Around, shot, scores! Power move, slips the puck 5-hole. Gunther puts the Kansas City up 1-0 early here in the first period. Face off won by Edina. Neutral zone, skates it in. To the near side, that shot off the stick goes over the net. Far side, chip to the point, not out. Now it comes out. Edina back into the zone. Cut back to the middle, she's on her backhand. Shot, save, covered. Face-off won by Kansas City. Puck behind the net. Let's go up the boards. Storm can't get it out. Edina picks it up. To the point, that shot off a skate high. Storm in the middle, that gets cut off. Edina's going to send it in deep, go for a chase. Steals the puck away low. Puts it in front, but no one there. Kansas City collects. Storm skate the puck out. Into the zone, shot, save, rebound comes to Edina. Edina tries to escape the zone, can't do it. Turned over, Kansas City with it. Storm to the middle. Shot, save. Rebound collected by Edina. To the wing, turned over there. Shot from the point. Save, there's the cover. Face-off won by Edina. Up to the point, turned over Kansas City. That shot blocked in front. Rebound collected by Edina. She'll escape. Neutral zone, Kansas City with the puck. Storm to the far wing, into the zone. Turns it over there. Have to regroup in the neutral zone. Puck dumped in. Edina back to get it. Near side corner. Battled for there with a Storm player. Point shot, blocked high. To the corner. Storm there on it. Should go into the bumper spot. That doesn't connect. D to D. Shot wide. Storm to the loose puck. turned over. Edina brings it up and out. Sent in, no icing now. Storm with it, wraps it around the boards. Edina to it, just cut to the middle. Loses the puck high. Shot by Edina, save Storm. 13-19 left in the first. 1-0 Storm.
Good shift. Good shift.
Face off one by Kansas City. They're able to escape the zone. Loose puck. Foot race for it. 50-50 puck in the corner. 3-on-2. Storm with an extra player looking to get that puck out. Storm with the puck to the middle. That's cut off by the defender. Edina with it. She'll go up, not out. Kept in by Storm. Half boards. Edina with it. Battle along the boards now. She'll kick it back to the defender. Look across. Can't find anything. Comes out to neutral zone. Storm dump it right back in. Edina with it. Wraps it around. No one over there. Storm first to the puck. Storm shot. Goalie gets the legs closed. Score stays 1-0. Face off one by Storm. Pass goes off a skate. Long shot goes wide. Top of the zone. Storm with the puck. Cut back to the middle. That shot blocked to the side of the net now. Storm outnumbered. Comes away with the puck. Brings it in front. Up top. Shot wide. Rebound collected by the Storm. Up high, shot blocked. Storm with it, neutral zone. Up the boards, cut off there. Edina back in. Shot, save, rebound, comes to the circle. Edina will collect there. She'll put it in front, no one there. Edina's high in the zone, turns it over to Kansas City. They're able to get the puck out of the zone. Edina with it. She'll go up to the boards on the far side. Skates it in. 2-on-5. Turned over. Storm with the puck. Gains the line, dumps it in, goes for a change. Storm first to the loose puck in the corner. Cut to the middle. Shot, save. Rebound. Put in. Goal for the Storm. Get your number here in just a minute. Number 12, Meyer. Bangs in a rebound, loose to the goaltender on the far side. Storm have a 2-goal lead, 10:40 left in the first. Storm pick up with the puck on a face-off loss, dump it in. Edina to the one. Edina with the puck, they're able to knock it out. Loses it to the D. Storm move it in. 2-on-3 into the zone. Shot, glove save. Face-off won by Edina, turned over, Storm with the puck. Near side corner. Davis battles for it. Still battling for it as it runs behind the net. Edina gets it, reverses course, comes back to the near side. Ogwin with it. Dumps it behind the net. Far side corner. Puck's still just stuck up against the boards there. Now it comes free. To space. Shot. Pulse. That's blocked in front by the defender. Rebound comes on net. Rebound. Good stick lift by Edina. And they're able to clear the zone. Edina with it. They're able to clear. Kansas City will dump it in. Edina's first to the puck. Kansas City with it. Shot. Save. Rebound. Save. Rebound. Goalie covers. Faced off, won by Kansas City. Shot, save.
Garbage goals all day. Garbage goals all day.
Face off, won by Kansas City. Brought to the middle. That's on net. Scores. Rebound, puck sitting in front. Storm get a 3-0 lead with a goal from Meyer. She's got 2 on the afternoon. Kansas City wins the faceoff. Edina dumps it in. Kansas City to the puck. Up the boards. Kansas City's able to get it out. Oh, puck's in all sides. Girls will have to get used to something. It's touch up ice offsides in this tournament. By Edina. Turned over. Kansas City with the puck. Need to clear the zone. Brought in. Turned over high in the zone. Edina with it. Numbers coming out. 1-on-1. Kansas City gets back. Good back check there by Kansas City. Negates any scoring opportunities from Edina. Puck turned over on the boards. Far side. Edina with it. She'll go behind the net. Looks in front. Doesn't find it. Turned over. Kansas City with it. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Shot. Blocked a little bit. Kansas City to the puck. Up to the circles. That shot's off a shin pad. Goes all the way out of the zone. Edina with the puck. She'll dump it in. Go get it in the corner. Around. Cut back. In. Shot. Save. Rebound. Saved by the Storm. Puck's loose on the side of the net there. Doyle collected and covered.
You got lucky, 74. I taught her that.
Face-off won by Storm.
Get there.
She'll use the back of her net for an outlet.
There you go. Up and out. There you go.
Turns it over neutral zone. Near sideboards. Storm move it in. Storm with it, moves to the middle. Oh, loses it. She cuts across the goal mouth. Comes up to the point. That shot tipped, but tipped wide. Edina will collect at the circles and then send it out. Kansas City with it in their zone. She'll go far side to get out. Storm dump it in. Edina to it in their face-off circle. Up the boards, cut off by Storm. Edina with the puck. Send it up, cut off by Kansas City. Shot save. Three 0, 4:51 left in the first period. Storm leading in shots on goal, 12-5. Face off in the offensive zone, won by the Storm. She'll go up to the point. D to D there. Lots of room. Shot. Scores! Lucy pulls through a screen in front. All right, back to puck on the ice here. 4:42 left in the first. Storm scores their fourth goal of the first period. Lucy pulls from the point. Got it through a screen in front. Kansas City with the puck. Tipped into the zone. Edina moves it across center ice. It's around the defense, dumps it in, corner. Cut back, puck goes up. To the point, she'll dump it down the boards. Edina back to it. She'll go up to the opposite point. That shot blocked in front. Collected by the Storm. She'll get it around the defender. Brought in, cut back, loses the puck. Edina player falls down. Storm to the middle. Edina's able to get away with the puck. Up the boards, tipped up, not out. Shot, save, rebound to a Storm player. She'll go half boards. That shot goes off of the back of a player. Storm has it stolen away from him. Edina tries the point. Kept in by the Storm. She'll go cross ice far corner. And Edina will get it up and out. And tipped, no icing.
You got time, look up!
Dumped down by the Storm. Couldn't connect. That'll get an icing. We'll get 2:54 left in the first. Goals this period, Gunther. 2 by Meyer, 1 by Pulst. 4-0 Storm. Shots 14-5 in favor of the Storm. Face-off won by the Storm. Pass up, doesn't connect, turned over. Edina tries to go down the middle with it. That's to the middle, shot, glove, save. Storm with it. That pass doesn't connect. Comes out of the zone. Foot race. Loose puck. Storm to it. In. Shot. Puck's loose. Goalie covers. Storm win the face-off. Into the middle, that shot wide. Rebound, back of the net. Storm battle for it. Edina comes away with it. She'll dump it off the boards. That should go all the way for icing. Face-off won by Edina. She'll reverse course, go far side half boards. Comes back to her. Back in the corner. Stolen by Kansas City. Storm with it, tries to wrap around, pucks in front, shot, scores. Loose puck in front. Picked up by Schmidt. Buries the rebound. 5-0 Storm here in the first.
What did Pepe say to him in the locker room?
Face-off won by Storm. Pass up the middle doesn't connect. Edina with it. Chip it up the boards. Turned over. Storm with the puck, neutral zone. Brings it into the offensive zone. Pass cut off by Edina. She'll turn it over neutral zone. Storm are right back in. Back to the middle. Cut off there. Puck up to the point. Over the other D, that shot's blocked. Rebounds loose, cleared out by Edina. Pass up. Edina's into the zone. She'll lose it. Goes and gets it in the corner. Pass in front. Back check now. Shot. Save. Rebound. Edina on it. In front. Cleared out to the point by the Storm. Can't clear the zone. Storm finally able to clear, tipped into the zone. Edina with it now in the neutral zone. She'll send it down. No icing, end of the period. First period over, 5-0 Storm. Storm leads 16-7 in shots on goal. So we're doing an ice clean here. I am not going to stop and restart this. So bathroom break, cup of coffee, tea, whatever your fancy is. Pour a little bourbon in it for me and say thanks.
All right. Start of the second. One by Brookings, or Edina. See? Yeah. Took too long of a break. I forgot what we were doing. Edina with the puck pass in front. Doesn't connect to this far side. Edina with that shot blocked in front. Edina with it up to the point. Shot blocked by the defender. Puck in, Storm to it. Near side half forwards. That's cut off. Turned over. Edina with it. Good steal there by Kansas City. Storm in on a breakaway. Cut back. Loses the puck. Rebound in front. Shot blocked. Pass goes behind the net. That'll get wrapped around up to the point. Thunder keeps it in. She'll go down to the half board. Storm with it up to the point again. Near side D. Looks, shoots wide. Off the board. Comes to the Storm. She'll go into the bumper spot. Leaves that puck to the corner. Try it again. Down low in front. Can't connect. Comes to the point. Sent low. Storm with it. Pass in front. As her stick lifted, Edina's able to clear the zone. It'll be an icing call. 15-14 left in the second. So 5 goals in the first period. Gunther. 2 by Meyer. 1 by Holt. And then the last goal by Schmidt. A rebound in front. Faced off 1 by Edina. She'll clear the zone. And she'll go for icing. We'll just try the whole thing over again. Faced off 1 by Kansas City. Shot goes wide. Up to the middle. Kansas with it high in the zone. Good toe drag. Loses the puck. Storm find it. Comes up to the point. Turned over. Edina skates away with it. Dumps it in on net. Storm turn it over. That long shot by Edina goes wide. Comes up half board. To the middle. Down to the corner. Puck's along the board. Battle for it. Edina away with it. Up the boards. Doesn't connect. Storm with it. Neutral zone. 2-on-1 in. Delays up. Pass back to the middle. Sends it in on net. Faced off 1 by Edina. Or out of the zone. 3-on-1. Pass in front goes wide. Storm to it, comes out of the zone. Edina left in their zone. To a neutral zone. To the wing. That shot blocked, goes wide. Storm with it behind the zone. Can't clear, kept in by Edina. Storm will need to find the puck down low. Storm with it behind their zone, behind their net, turned over. Good recovery there. Up the half boards. Brought back down in front. The Danish blackhand shot blocked. Rebound comes to Storm play. Storm with control into the offensive zone. Loses it. And Dyna's able to clear. Pass to the wing, back in front, doesn't connect. Storm threw it up to the point. Shot blocked in front. Rebound. Shot stays. Second attempt went high. Dyna's able to clear. Storm will pick up neutral zone. To go up the boards, right back in. Storm will dump it, keep it in the zone. Up to the point. That shot blocked, rebound. Tipped out by Edina. Puck to the near side corner, picked up there by the Storm. Storm will skate it around. Let's go out. Neutral zone, tipped into the zone. And then Edina's able to clear right back out. So dump it in, no icing. Turned over and then turned over again. Storm with the puck in the defensive zone. Let's up high. That pass gets blocked. Battle along the boards for it. Edina with control. Storm now with the puck. That pass tips this side of icing, or this side of center, so it will be an icing call. 9:58 left in the second. Face off won by Edina. Shot wide. Rebound to an Edina player. Up the middle, cut off by the Storm. Able to get it up and out. Storm into the zone. Cut back in. Had the stick lifted. Couldn't get it on net. Storm out to clutch in their zone. Try again. Into the zone. Shot blocked by the defender in front by Edina. And she clears out to neutral zone. Puck sent back in. Edina on the loose. They'll come back to the near side wing. Cut off by Kansas City. Loses the puck trying to get painted. Got along the boards for it. Storm away with it. Back middle. Loses the puck. Cleared out by Edina. And icing. Face off won by Edina and cleared out of the zone. Not enough for icing. Lost in the feet of the Storm player. Picked up by her teammate. Into the corner, up to the half boards. Back to the corner. Surveys. Cut back, loses it there. Edina with it. Her outlet's cut off. Brought in front. Around. Shot. High. Puck was behind the net. Near side. Storm with it. Up to the point. Pops over her stick and out of the zone. Storm to a loose puck. Outlet doesn't connect. Edina jumps it in. Behind the Storm net. Goes up the boards. Not out. Kept in by Edina. Storm far side with it. Passed up the boards. And kept in by Edina now. Storm with it again. Try the far side. That puck's tipped out of play. 7:06 left in the second period. Storm with a 5-0 lead. Face off won by Storm. Off the board, half in the neutral zone. Send it in. Edina first to the puck. She'll go behind her net, look for an outlet. Shipped out. Foot race for it. Edina with the puck. In. Shot. Save. Rebound. Kick high into the zone. Picked up there by Storm. Saw it stolen away from her. And sent back in by Edina. Storm trying again. Now on the far side. Storm gain entry. Dump the puck. That'll get picked up by the defender for Edina. Stolen away by the Storm. But back to the middle. Shot off of a body in front. Rebound attempt. That tipped around. Loose in front. Comes out to neutral zone. Shot in on net. Storm will pick it up there. Puck off of a foot in the neutral zone. Bounces around. Edina sends it in. They'll be first to the puck in front. Good stick there by the defender to prevent that from getting to the goal scorer. Kept in though by Edina. She'll try the near side road. Storm with control. They're able to exit. She'll gain the line and dump it in. Edina goes up the boards. That doesn't connect. Comes all the way down. Won't be enough for icing. Storm will have to pick it up in their zone. Loses it on the near side half board. Gets it back and is able to get out of the zone. Storm with the puck. Long shot, save. Rebounds loose. Turnaround shot off the side of the net. Edina with control. They're able to exit the zone. Storm will pick it up there. Lose it in some deep neutral zone. Storm into the zone. Storman cut back, looks, shoots. Glove saved by Edina. 3-3-1 left in the second period. Face off won by Storm. Shot, save, rebound. Turned over. Edina tips it out. Foot race for it. Dino speed into the zone. In, shot, save, rebound. Shot wide. Storm with it. Clears the zone. Turns it over. Dino's right back in. Storm can't clear the zone. Now they will. Comes to the far side. Cut back, middle, shot, off the skate. Rebound to the corner. Puts the puck in front. Shot saved by Edina. Shot it on her own goaltender. Goes off the side of the net. They're able to get out. 2-on-1 Edina. Puts the puck to the middle. In, shot, save, rebound, scores. Edina finds a loose puck behind the Storm goaltender. They get their first goal of the game. 2:25 left in the second. 5-1 Edina. 5-1 Storm. Edina just scored. I don't know why I said that wrong. All right, puck down. Won by Kansas City. Puck near side. Edina with it. She'll shoot it in. Storm with the puck. Lots of space. She'll use it. Into the zone. Cut to the middle. Sends it to the corner. Edina up the board. They're able to clear. Puck rolls in. Goalie will cover. Get a whistle. 1:29 left in the second. Face off won by Kansas City. Can't connect on the outlet pass. Neutral zone. Into the zone. Kansas City with it. Has it stolen away from her. Edina goes off the boards. Out of the zone. Storm will pick it up in their zone. That's back. Banks it out of the zone. No ice with Edina back to get it behind their net. Up the board. Can't keep it in. Tipped it though, so no icing on this one. Going with it. Misses that pass. The Edina shot goes wide. Storm picked up the loose puck. They're able to exit. Pass in front, cut off by Edina. Comes in. Puck behind the net. Edina with it. They'll go up the board. Not out. They'll keep there. Storm. Puck. Cut back. Pass is blocked. Edina will pick it up. To the far side. Kept in though. Horn sounds, end of the second. Score is 5-1. Storm with the lead. All right, start of the third here. There we go. Face off won by Kansas City. Pick it up, surveys the middle. That's knocked off her stick. Far side. Storm with puck into the zone. Turns it over. Edina goes up to half court with it. Challenge there, chipped out of the zone. Edina with it. In the offensive zone, she'll cut to the middle. With some space, that shot off of the body in front, rebounds loose. Third of the circle. Edina with it, in front, fifth. Loose and skates. Picked up by Edina, shot over the net. Rides the board, comes to a Storm player. Ooh, kept in by Edina. Shot, save, no save. A Storm. Can't get it out. Put in on net. And goalie's going to cover. Face off won by the Storm. Then around. Can't get to the puck. Edina keeps it in. Second attempt able to clear. Storm dump it into the zone. Edina will pick it up there. Storm chip it in on net. Goalie will cover. Face off won by Edina. Around the back of the net, picked up by the Storm. Up to the boards, kept in half boards. Storm with it. Can't find a lane to the net. Got back. Turns the puck over. Edina kept in by the Storm. We'll send it down half boards near side. Behind the net. Storm picks it up. Brings it in front. Goalie sticks it away. Storm with it in front. Shot off a stick. Fires to the corner on the near side. Storm pick it up there into the bumper spot. That shot saved. Rebound's loose. Rebound's still loose. Goalie covers. A physical play in front of the net there. No call from the ref. 14-15 left. Face off won by Edina. Pass to the middle, cut off by Edina. Breakaway into the zone. And move, shot, scores. That is the danger with the D-to-D pass. Cut off by the wing, and head full steam ahead. Top corner shot. 5-2 Storm with 14:05 left. Face off run by Edina. Edina's into the zone. That shot, glove save. Cover. Face off won by Edina out to the point. That shot blocked. Going to the puck, still try to get out. That doesn't go. Edina will dump it in. Storm puck far side. That pass finds nothing. Edina will pick it up and dump it in. Storm with the puck again. Comes out of the zone, picked up by the Storm. So cut back to the middle. In the offensive zone. Drop pass cut off by Edina. And cleared out. Edina will keep the puck in and send it back deep. Puck comes out of the zone. Rolls on net, no icing. Edina's going to come back to get it. That pass doesn't connect. Storm will go get it in their zone. Up the boards, no one there. Edina cuts it off. Tries to send it in deep. Hands on it. Puck's loose in the half boards. Tipped up and out. Storm with it. Gets away from the defender. In shot, save. Rebound far side. Kept in by the Storm. Front goalie's going to reach out and cover the loose puck. Face off won by Edina. So tip it up and out of the zone. Storm first to the puck. That pass, long pass, picked up by the Storm, cuts in the middle. They lose the handle on it. Storm into the bumper spot. She tried to go back to the D, that doesn't work. Storm will dump it in on an icing. Face off won by Edina. Shot blocks. Will go behind the net. Edina picks it up. In front off the skate. Rebound attempt third around. Far side kept in by Edina. Edina with the puck in the corner. She'll send it around the back of the net. Back in front. Doesn't connect. Edina to the loose puck. That shut off of a skate. Second shot. High, glove down by the goaltender. 11:02 left. 5-2 Storm lead. Face off won by Edina. That shot rolls in on net. Pretty routine save there. So try the whole thing over again, same side. Face off won by the Storm. It's behind the net. Up the boards, picked up there. Storm exits the zone. Loses the puck. Turnover Storm. And front save rebound. Goalie sticks it up to the half boards. Edina clears it down. That'll be far enough for icing. Storm with an offensive zone face-off. 10:27 left. 3-goal lead for the Storm. Looking to add to it, give them a little bit more insurance here. Face off won by the Storm. Pass in front, tip doesn't go. Storm on the rebound. They'll go up to the point. Want to send it down low. Storm to it, loses the handle on it. Comes up the boards. Edina with it. Shot save on a tip. Rebound kept in by the point. That shot, save, rebound. Goalie flutters that up high. Another attempt, that one's blocked. Shot tipped in front, Goalie makes the save. Got both good net front chances there for the Storm. They get a wholesale chance for both teams. Face off won by Kansas City. Up to the point. Back to the half court. In front. Sticked away by the Edina player. Storm with it. Pass across. Backhand save. Rebound. Scores! Gunther nets her second of the game. Storm with a 4-goal lead. 9:22 left. Face off won by Edina. She'll shoot. Save. And get a cover. Face off won by the Storm. Loose puck to the Edina players. Backhand glove save. Good heads up save there. Puck squeak loose in front. Keeps the lead at 4 for the Storm. Face off won by Edina. Shot save. Face off won by the Storm. Turned over. Turned back over, and she'll try the near side. Stolen away by Edina. Turned over to the Storm. Line pass in front doesn't connect. That gets shot wide. Storm with it. Can't get it out. Fans on the pass. Loose in front. Goes in on net and covers. Face off won by Kansas City. Storm with the puck, fans on the pass. Collected here on the near side. They're able to get it up and out. Edina with the puck into the zone. Shot blocked, goes off the screen. Out of play. Face off won by the Storm. Pass doesn't connect. Storm able to clear. Dumped in by the Storm. Off of a Edina player. Storm to the puck. Dumped in by Edina. Goalie will send it to the far corner. They move around, loose puck. Storm with it. Gets hooked, no call. Loses the puck into the corner. Edina with it now, out of the zone. She'll dump it in on net. Goalie will stick it to the corner. Loose puck picked up by Kansas City. Storm in around the defender. Big move, backhand save, rebound. Covered. Face off won by the Storm. That shot off of her own player. Goes to the far side afterwards. Defender keeps it in. Now it's out. Good stick to prevent the breakaway for Edina. Storm back in. Behind the net, Edina within the corner on the far side. She'll go up the board, chipped up and out. 2-on-1. In. Shot blocker save. Edina on the puck. Up to the point. That shot save and covered. Face off won by the Storm. She'll go behind her net. Up the board's not out. Jumps back in by Edina. She'll try the near side. Storm able to get the puck out. Into the zone. Shot, glove save. Face off won by Edina. Gains control, loses the back of her net. Up to the point, kept in there by the Storm. Storm puck in front, tip. Far side shot, save, rebound. No rebound. .5:13 left. Face off won by Edina. Turned over. Brought to the middle. Battled for it there. Kept in by Kansas City at the line. Sent to the near side. Picked up there by Kansas City. She'll go up to the point. D-to-D shot. Loose to the corner on the far side. That pass off of a skate. Edina's able to clear. Slow roller's not going to get icing. Picked up by Kansas City. Turned over, Edina with it in the neutral zone. Offensive zone, shot, 6 saves. Rebound. Good push to the post there by Kansas City. 4:12 left. Face off one by Edina. Storm with control. Yanks it off the boards now. Diana is able to clear it down. With icing call, 3:42 left. Face off one by the Storm. Front to the D. Shot. Tips wide. It's stick high. Storm with a rebound. Loses it to Edina. She goes off the boards and out. 2-on-1. Storm pick up the loose puck. Prevent that break. Edina picks up the puck in the neutral zone and they will just dump it in the far side. Edina cuts off the top. Good stick there by Kansas City. Turned over to Edina. Loses the puck. Edina with that shot goes off the skate. Edina to a loose puck. Loses the handle. Follow-ups on net. And we're going to skip. Face off one by Edina. That shot to the corner. That's the half board. Not out. Now it's out. Storm into the zone. Cut back. Shot. Save. Rebound. Loose in front. Goalie gets the cover. Face off one by Kansas City. Point shot wide. Storm to the rebound on the far side in the corner. Picks the puck up the boards. Picked up there by Kansas City. Shot. Good save there by Edina. Face off one by the Storm. Pass cut off by Edina. In offside. Face off one by Edina, she'll shoot it in. Picked up there by Kansas City. Storm try to get out. They were able to. Right in the neutral zone with control of the puck. Good steal by Storm. Turned over. Edina right back in. Shot, blocker, save, comes to the corner. Storm with control, they're able to exit. Dumped in. Puck goes behind the net. Goalie plays it up the near side. Edina's able to get it out. They'll send it to Swift on the far side. That comes to neutral zone. Storm with it after wait. Back in, onside, pass in front, doesn't connect. Edina with it. She'll go off the board. And out to neutral zone. ED near side up into the zone. Edina to the middle. Good stick there. That's cleared up and out. 2-on-1. Storm. Pass to the middle. Loses it. Horn sound. First game in Brookings. 6-2 win. Storm.